all eyes, I think, might actually be on Burrito B this time around, Subi. We talked a lot about Tadpole last time around, talked about how he needed some help, and I think he's gotten that kind of help. Burrito B now near the top of the league in assists. He's never going to be your top scorer, but I think he has done a great job setting the table for Ricks and Tadpole.
Well, when you have Tadpole on your team, all you need to do is put that ball towards the middle, top of the box, and Tadpole's going to find his mark. He has improved his accuracy since we first saw him in the rival series, just tremendously, just padding his stats. Right now, he's sitting at 28% on the season, 11 total goals, 9 total assists. If you're on Team Vertex, you have to shut down Tadpole.
On the other side, it is Koka, who was phenomenal in Vertex's only win of the season when they knocked off Flampersant. Came in with 3 goals on the season. He scored 7 in that series.
All 3 pushed forward. Great clear from Ricks. Good catch from Tadpole, but a wonderful save coming out from Koka. That was a good opportunity for Method that was squandered by the great defense from Team Vertex.
Gets it done on both sides of the field. Now we'll see if Vertex can break out on the offensive half. Ryzex has the ball taken away by Ricks Ronde, and a quick counterattack from Burrito B has Tadpole waiting in the wings. That ball will get in front, and it's blocked away again by Dumaine.
Good challenge there from Burrito B to go up early, the pass across, but Coco once again there for the save. Already 2 on the board, and Ryzex putting 1 on himself. The defense doing an absolute stand-out job for Team Vertex.
Dumaine pushes that ball forward, but it's right to Tadpole, and again, Team Vertex being forced to take on a lot of shots, but that one ricochets off of an orange car and into the net, and Ryzex will get credit for the goal.
Just a millimeter to the left, and this ball's not finding its way in the back of the net, but look at the orange trail going all the way down the field off of a Method player, and sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles.
So Ryzex, who had 4 goals himself in that series, didn't have any quite like that in the win over Flampersant, but he's got the first goal in this critical series for Team Vertex. Koka almost added another. Dumaine looking now for Ryzex, and he almost scored one himself, but this time Tadpole makes the save.
And that's a goal you have to put in the back of the net, especially when you're facing one of the best teams in the league. But how about the follow coming out from Dumaine to put another one up on the scoreboard for Team Vertex?
Something about playing on the mainstream has not fared well for Team Method, and another finds the net in the first just over 90 seconds. 2-0 the lead for Team Vertex. Poised to turn their season around and make a run towards the top 6, maybe even the top 4 if some results go their way. Here is Ronde losing possession to Koka. And it should be Vertex's ball with plenty of boost to work with, but Ryzex did not go for that corner boost. Dumaine will take over. He has Koka waiting. Can Koka get on the board? No, Ricks Ronde is right there.
That was a beautiful idea. Great passing play coming out, but just not finding their mark. And double touch from Burrito B towards midfield. Tadpole looking to dribble. He's got 2 defenders that clear that ball into the corner. And again, Team Vertex holding down the fort on defense.
Tadpole has been very quiet on the offensive end. He's now made 21 saves in the last 8 games that he has played. Doesn't have many goals to go with those saves. Here is Burrito B. He's got Tadpole coming on, and a booming shot off the crossbar.
What a save from Koka. He gets his 3rd. Ryzex has 2. Dumaine has 1. They are just putting up an absolute wall of just fortitude back there.
Koka leading the team in saves. He's added 3 more, as Subi mentioned. Now Tadpole gonna come around and does get that ball out to Burrito B, but Dumaine right there for another save.
I'm loving the passing plays that we're seeing from Method. They're not connecting perfectly. We've seen some that are leading to good shots on target, but the defense just beautiful right now from Vertex. They really need to maybe go for those demos that we were seeing early on in the stream today, as I don't think we've seen one yet come out from Method.
Dumaine will try to follow this up, but he's run out of power, so now it will be Burrito B. And he does have that ball over Koka. Here comes Method. looking for that demo. Burrito B running interference in the net. Got a piece of one defender, but it wasn't enough.
All three members of Team Vertex in that corner. They finally spread out a little bit, and that ball just squirts out towards mid, but here comes Tadpole looking for the pinch, and a great challenge. Good 50-50 towards mid. Coca over one, but Tadpole saves the day. Stacks as we near the last minute of gameplay. Method still chasing two. They have yet to form any type of offense in this match.
Yeah, the best shot coming from Tadpole that Coca just barely got a piece of to preserve the shutout. Ryzex adding to his shot total. Takes over 40% of Team Vertex's shots on the season. No surprise that he has a goal, though certainly a surprise the way he got it. Burrito B looking for a teammate downfield. Tadpole is in the area, but he was on his way back. It's a disjointed attack in the closing seconds. Doesn't result in a shot on net, and again the ball cleared away. Tadpole quickly turns on this though. Can he get this ball in front? No, it's Dumaine again. Great pass from Burrito B, trying to add another assist.
They need this.
Ronde was not ready, and that ball cleared away, and the final 10 seconds will tick away. Burrito B trying to get involved in the offense. He can't score either. They have had their opportunities, but Method will come away scoreless unless they had one of no consequence, and they do not. Team Vertex continues to keep it rolling.
10 saves from the entire team and 4 apiece for Dumaine and Coca. It's not a sustainable way to play Rocket League, but sometimes it works well in your favor. They just turned away shot after shot that were coming out from Method. Look at that. Every single shot Method put on the board, Team Vertex was there for a save. You don't see that too often. Method just couldn't find an opening, and they weren't being creative enough in the offensive zone. You saw passing plays, but you could read it from a mile away, and you didn't even need a telescope.
Yeah, and for Vertex, Coca didn't factor in much on the offensive end. His presence was felt defensively, and boy, was he outstanding on the defensive end for Team Vertex, a team that, again, coming into even last week, they needed to start putting some W's on the board. They did, beating Flampersant, and now they're punching up again. They've got a big win over Method to start the day.
Yeah, big win in game one, but most importantly to me, Ryzex and Dumaine both getting a goal apiece and both on the season shooting less than 20%. Generally, when you see teams that have 2 players under 20%, they're not positive in that win-loss column. Right now, they're doing a great job of putting those shots in the back of the net. That's the difference maker against a team like Method. If you're able to have high accuracy, you're going to win these matches because Method plays such a dive and dash type of defense where they want to push one man forward. Team Vertex is countering beautifully.
Team Vertex comes into this match giving up 2.5 goals a game. That average will plummet if they continue with the defensive effort we saw in game number 1. Rix Ronde has other plans, but that touch has been given straight to Coca. Now Dumaine, quick turnaround. Burrito B and Rix Ronde combine in the net to make another stop. But Ryzex gets forced off the ball by Rix Ronde. That's off the bar, popped away by Tadpole. It is just enough as Burrito B will clear the zone.
Just enough, just at the right time. All 3 members of Method were so low on boost. That last-ditch effort from Tadpole to get that ball towards mid really saved the day. And Rix Ronde challenging in the offensive half with no boost. Gets the boost steal, but he's really out of play here, leaving 2 teammates down in net.
Played right back in by Dumaine. Backboard, Rix Ronde set it straight out. And Burrito B is there, but he's going to need help. So he's not going to score this himself. Leaves it for Rix Ronde. And I don't know that Ronde was ready for that ball to drop to him.
Yeah, I could have left that for Tadpole, but you never know when those challenges come out. Booming clear downfield, and that's the difference right now between the offensive Method and the offensive Team Vertex. Clears all the way downfield over the heads of Method. Method, a very aggressive team on offense, and Team Vertex countering just wonderful in this match.
Tadpole now over the last 8 games, we talked about his offense, only has 3 goals in the last 8 games that Method has played. And now coming up on 8.5. Cheeky touch to get that ball through, but Tadpole makes the save. And that's what he's been resigned to for much of the last 3 series that Method has played. He's been more of a defensive presence. It was enough to beat Underwater Squad, but it is not going to be enough to beat Team Vertex the way they're playing.
No, and back when Tadpole was with Triple Trouble, he was that defensive third. You saw so many saves come out from him, so starting to resort back to that defensive prowess that he used to have. But right now, Method could really use his offense, but still all tied up, and Tadpole's got to turn quick on this, and good bump there from RLCS to get him out of the play.
Loose ball won by Method, and a chance to get on the board for the first time in this series. Set away by RLCS, who has been just as good as anybody in this series. Ooh. And Dumaine steps up for his second goal. Again, just a loose ball in front.
Just a shot coming like it's out of a slingshot, 73 miles per hour. Just a scorcher on target right at halftime. Team Vertex doing a great job, and Dumaine gets his second goal of the series.
They are out shooting Method 6-1 here in this game. Rix Ronde can't drop that behind RLCS. And again, cleared away by Koka and Team Vertex, who do not look like the same team we saw at the start of the season. Certainly not the same team that we saw get swept by Discombobulators the only other time we saw them on the mainstream.
Look at that
Another pass to Dumaine, who has been red hot so far. His shot is blocked. RLCS save as well. Saved by Burrito B. And Koka just slows down the attack, not trying to do too much with the ball.
And here comes Burrito B, looking for a challenge. He's starting to push up a little too soon, a little too early, but a good pass from Tadpole, read out by Dumaine, and again, a bombing clear downfield over the heads of Method. Method need to start thinking about possibly spreading out their offense and leaving one back behind midfield.
They certainly have to be thinking about pressing forward, going up on 9 minutes now without even getting a goal in this series. You know, when we talk about teams getting shut out, we're normally talking about RCD Espanyol, who, despite getting the win, they were still shut out 2 more times earlier today. Burrito B lets that one pop up, and everybody misses here. Burrito B gets a crucial touch. Otherwise, it could have been another blistering shot coming on. That is just wide. No follow-up again from Method. Tadpole way at the back, and Burrito B was on his way back. It seemed like the communication, Subi, was just a little late.
Yeah, the comms aren't active right now from Method, and you could see that with the gameplay that's being shown on the field. The pass, way too soft and light out towards the top of the box. Team Vertex is having no issue turning away pass after pass that's coming out from Method.
Koka looking for Dumaine, maybe for the dagger in game 2, but Burrito B makes another save. RLCS will bring another one in. Vertex going to be thinking about maybe going into the shell here as well. It would be nice to have an insurance goal, but you got to make sure you don't leave the gate open behind you. It is Tadpole over towards Burrito B. Don't believe he got a touch on that. And now Rix Ronde racing back. He's going to need to factor into this play sooner or later. And that is down towards the ceiling, not the, towards the ceiling, towards the floor, not the play that Rix Ronde and Method were looking for. And Team Vertex has another shutout.
Yeah, and Dumaine gets his 10th of the season against one of the toughest squads to do it against, Method. 7 saves, 0 offense presence, almost the entire match. All 3 members playing well, but Team Vertex just playing better throughout the entire 5 minutes. Just seemed like Method couldn't figure out how to break through even the first part of Team Vertex's defense.
This does not look like a team that's averaging over 2 goals a game in Method. They are struggling. They are, to say they are disjointed on the offensive end might be putting it lightly, because just nobody is there for the passes to the midfield. And even when the passes do get there, you still have the defense of Koka and Vertex as a whole. Again, Koka very silent on the offensive end, but yet again making his presence felt at midfield.
Well, right now the difference maker is those clears that are going over Method's head. You're going to see it a ton. Watch the replays back, Method. It's going over your head every single time you're pushing into offense. All you need to do is pull one man back, because generally, what do we really just turn away? Those long clears, because they immediately go back into your own zone. But when all 3 members are sitting there, just bomb it over their head, and offense starts for you automatically. You don't even have to think about it. It's just happening. It's falling right in your lap.
Vertex comes in with the second worst goal differential in the league at -18. It is only -15. It is not much better, but the 2-0 scoreline is looking a lot better. Burrito B looking for Method's first goal, and it does come from an unlikely source.
And what a redirect coming out from Burrito B. Tadpole faking the flip reset. Burrito B goes left to force Dumaine into that post, and it opens the net wide up. 4:46 on the clock, and Method finally get their first of the series.
10 minutes and 14 seconds it took for Method to get one on the board. Now, they try to add more. It is going to be Tadpole looking for a bump. He got a piece of Coca. Now, Dumaine will clear this away. And a slow counterattack from Team Vertex dies at midfield. That ball just outside the dotted lines coming down. Method are back in business here, but doesn't look like either team has a ton of offense going. It's more offensive opportunity as Rix Ronde throws one at the back wall, but it is cleared away.
And Vertex is going to have numbers here. Coca looking for the defender. No, he decides to be present for the pass, which doesn't come out. Rizex just throws it on net. And who other than Tadpole to get the save or clear there, but Rizex there for the cleanup towards mid.
Dumaine, great pass out to Rizex. Now Coca looking for his first of the series. And the ball just drops in front to be cleared away by Rix Ronde.
Whew, that was so dangerous. Rizex just squeezing in at the last second to put a touch on that ball. Dumaine, last one back, gonna have to wait. Gets the challenge, but a good 50 from Burrito B, and oh, Rizex there for the clutch save to keep this game within one.
Burrito B got a big bump though that allows Method to stay on the offensive end. Otherwise there was gonna be a counterattack from Method. And good play there by Rizex to get around two, but they still lose possession. And
what?
The ball loose in front, and Rix Ronde happens to score it.
Just watching this. Rix Ronde's up right now and somehow stays in the air, gets the touch, keeps it away from both defenders in net, and Method go up 2 goals.
There might be words in the dictionary to describe what that was.
It's called luck.
Okay, we'll go with that. Now Rizex looking for Coca. Instead, it's Dumaine who has to come up. Now Coca over. Oh, he had Dumaine over there. Now he does finally make the turn, but the defensive Method has had time to reset. They were in a tough spot for just a moment, and it looked like Vertex was going to get one of those goals right back. They still might. They still will.
And Burrito B scrambling to get boost. Watch him fly by out of the camera. Coca sees it, puts the ball towards mid, and Rizex just has to put a good shot on target inside of that right post and bring Team Vertex within 1.
And they're a team that we've seen they can score from out of nowhere. We saw it against Flop Brisant. We've seen it in this series. They've had a little luck go their way with one of the goals in game 1. That ball bounced right back in. Rix Ronde gonna have a look, but Coca is there. So now it'll be Burrito B. Tadpole is getting chased away from midfield by Rizex, and that slows down Method just enough and allows for this counterattack by the man himself. Rizex ties the game.
And he just says thank you very much for that perfect pass, Rix, and puts it right over his head, makes him go left to right. So hard as a defender to get back in net, almost impossible. And this game is tied up, but how about Rizex putting the second one on the board for game number 3?
He will not get any scoreboard credit for chasing Tadpole away at midfield, but it was such a critical play. Now Burrito B is going to try to find Tadpole. Doesn't have Rizex to chase him away. Backboard is sent away by Coca, but played right back in and around the board. Dangerous play, and Vertex almost got punished for it.
What a diving save coming out from Dumaine, and this ball once again turned over by Rix Ronde. He's got to be careful with those touches. Got to be really aware of where every player is on the field, because that's twice in a row where he's just put the ball in the lap of Team Vertex. And good touch from Rix, but sniffed out by Ryzex. And turned away again from Dumaine is Rix Ronde.
Big clear downfield as Vertex looks to continue their momentum. And if they manage to take this and ultimately end up sweeping Method after being down 2-0 in Game 3, you really start to worry about Method's psyche going into the second half of their season. That ball intercepted by Ryzex. Tadpole didn't get it out of harm's way. Dumaine coming in again, and that's a good clear by Burrito B. But again, Method cannot break this pressure. It is just constant, and Ryzex got a piece of Burrito B in the net.
What an offensive just powerhouse is this Team Vertex squad. Coca sees the wide opening, and Burrito B's taken out of the equation. 3-2 in favor of Team Vertex, just under a minute to go. This is Nightmare City if you're on Method.
Rix Ronde looking for Tadpole, still can't find him, and still Tadpole without a goal in this series after he had a lightning start in the first couple of series Method played. It has not been pretty. Another ball thrown in front, missed by Dumaine, but Coca will take this away. And he doesn't just boom it downfield, he'll just play the possession game, try to kill off the final 15 seconds now. Good touch to get over Ryzex. Now Burrito B to Tadpole, blocked by Dumaine. He's got a full tank of boost. Good defensive posture for Team Vertex, and how fitting if they could score one more to put it away. They just about did, but Team Vertex gets their second win of the season